Thanos knows the whole plan. When Tony Stark and Captain America meet, they think of a new way to find the Tesseract that was stolen by Loki, as they need it to gain access to the Jewel of Space. The pair then decide to risk their own lives and travel back in time while Ant-Man takes the Mind Jewel back to the future. Now, the pair are taken to the year 1970, in New Jersey, because Stark knows that the Tesseract is being kept at that military base. After using a disguise to break into the base, the pair split up and Stark manages to steal the Tesseract. The superhero then puts the object into a briefcase and walks to the door. At this point, he meets his father, Howard Stark, and has the chance to talk to him. Meanwhile, Rogers goes after the Pym particles and manages to steal some of them from the lab. While trying to leave, Captain America runs into some guards and, coincidentally, goes to hide in the office of Peggy Carter, the only woman he has ever loved. Even though he wanted with all his heart to stay and build a life with her, Rogers decided to continue the mission and went to meet Tony. After being attacked by her other version, Nebula has her time GPS stolen and tries to convince Gamora to stop Thanos' plans from coming to fruition, as he will sacrifice his own daughter to get the Soul Gem. Upon arriving in Vormir, Natasha and Clint meet the Guardian of the Soul Jewel, who guides them to the cliff where the jewel is hidden. However, the Red Skull explains that in order to get it, you have to lose the person you love. This means that only one of them will leave that planet alive. After a brief conversation, Natasha decides to sacrifice herself, but Clint doesn't agree and tries to stop her. However, when Hawkeye was about to jump off the cliff, Black Widow managed to save him and used a rope to hold her friend up. They're both hanging from the rock and Clint begs her not to let him go, but Natasha claims to be at peace with her own elimination and gives up her life so that he can get the jewel. When he wakes up, Clint is in a shallow pond and, when he opens his hand, he finds the Soul Jewel. At that moment, the hero has confirmation that the last events were real and, in fact, Natasha is no longer in the world of the living. When he returns to the present, he breaks the sad news to his friends and Thor says that, after bringing half of humanity back to life, the Avengers will go after the Black Widow. However, Clint reveals that this sacrifice cannot be undone and, upon hearing this, Bruce tries to contain his anger. Knowing